Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 713 Community Empowerment Group Financial Workshop. My name is Diane, and I am the Financial Director for 713 Community Empowerment Group and Prom Girls Rock. First, I want to thank everyone for joining us today for our very first financial workshop entitled Budgeting Made Easy. We appreciate your attendance today and thank you for coming. But now I would like to introduce one of our directors. Her name is Miss Michelle. She has some information that she would like to share with you. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing today?
All right, hey, Miss Diane. Hello, everybody out there. Thank you for joining us again today. I just want to make sure that everyone stays tuned until the end of this workshop. We'll have a Q&A session, which is actually going to have prize giveaways. To receive a prize, you got to stay with us until the end of the workshop. Also, please feel free to leave your comments, your questions, or any suggestions you would like in our chat. We're on YouTube and Facebook right now. Back to you, Miss Diane.
Thank you, Michelle. Again, everyone, my name is Diane Garner. I am the Treasurer and Financial Director here at 713 CEG. I have over 30 years of experience in corporate America in the accounting and financial industry. I am also a videographer, so if you want to check out some of my work, go to our website, click on the Prom Girls Rock tab, and you'll see all of the videos and everything, okay? So let me tell you a little bit about who 713 Community Empowerment Group is. Who are we? We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization that provides educational training and resources to our Chicagoland community residents. We also assist them in achieving their own personal definition of success. So if you want to partner with us, go ahead and hit us up on our email address, which is admin at 713ceg.org. Okay. Our intent of this workshop is to give you a brief overview of how to track your spending and to begin to manage your money. Today, we're going to cover two parts in this workshop. Part one is going to be managing your money, a brief summary of how to manage your income. And part two is going to be budgeting your expenses, a brief summary of what expenses are and how to prioritize them. But first, we have a brief video we would like to show you regarding managing your money, and then we will return shortly.
Hi! If you're like I was just a few years ago, you're probably eager to move out of your parents' house and start calling your own shots. Eat what and when you want. Play your music loud, have your friends over anytime. One thing you're probably not looking forward to is paying for your own bills. But that's part of the deal. Think of this program as a financial flight school. Some information to get you started managing your financial independence. Money is a tool. If you use it properly, it will help you achieve your goals and live a fuller, more satisfying life. If you use it poorly, it can limit your choices and control you.
I spend about more than half of my income on clothes and food.
80% on miscellaneous stuff, like for instance clothing most of the time, and then 20% is for food and gas.
Roughly 100%. I have a phone bill and a truck payment.
Clothes, makeup, and stuff on infomercials.
And car payment.
From my income, I spend all of it.
And I spend almost all of it.
50% of it on shopping, but I try to save the rest.
Spend my money on clothes, food, and body jewelry.
I go shopping about 3 or 4 times a week.
Once every 2 weeks.
Once a week.
Once a month. I usually go about 3 times a week.
Maybe every week or every other week, depending on how good my paycheck is.
I go shopping once a semester.
Once or twice a week.
4 times a week.
Most teens are pretty good at spending. According to a recent national survey, the average American teen spends about $3,400 a year on clothing and accessories, electronics, music and movies, cars and food. Retailers know that together teens spend nearly $50 billion, so they're eager to see you when you come through the door. But it's not your job to make the retailers happy. Now that you're getting ready to go out on your own, it's time to get smart about managing your money. It's time to make a plan.
Welcome back, you guys. I hope you enjoyed that video clip. Right now, we're going to go do a quick check-in with Michelle to see if there's any additional comments or questions. Hey, Michelle.
Hi, Ms. Diane. Right now, we don't have any questions and comments. So remember, everyone, please feel free to leave any questions or comments you want in our chat. And we'd like to go over them as a group. Also, please, we want to know who's actually viewing with us today. Once you get a chance in our chat, leave the name of your school, your church, or where you're calling from so we can actually give you a shout out today. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. So let's cover part one. Part one is managing your money, a brief summary of how to manage your income. So the previous video clip addressed the concerns regarding the spending habits of our young adults. For those of you participating in today's workshop that are young adults, now that you are becoming of age, we hope to make you aware that now is the time to focus on taking more responsibility of your spending habits. Per the video, most young adults questioned were spending their money or their income on their wants and not necessarily their needs. When you spend money on your wants, there is little to no money left to pay for the items that you need. Always, always, always get in the habit of paying for your necessities or the necessary bills first. Because in doing so, this improves your credit rating and it also appeals to any potential employer because they can see from your on-time bill payments that you are a very responsible young person, and who wouldn't want to hire someone that they can rely on, right? So basically, that was the gist of the very first video. I would like to take a minute here to once again to say thank you for attending our very first financial workshop entitled Budgeting Made Easy. Again, I am Diane Garner. I am the 713 Community Empowerment Group Financial Director. Our intent of the workshop is to give you a brief overview of how to track your spending and to begin to manage your money because remember, you, yes, you are the boss of your money. You tell your money what to do. Remember that, okay? So moving right along, my personal experience or my personal definition of a budget is, and it's just my opinion, budgeting helps you to keep track of your spending so that you don't go broke. I always crack myself up when I say that. Basically, you're keeping track of your spending so that you'll know you'll have some money left over just in case there's an emergency. Okay, now a lot of people are expecting in their bank accounts the latest round, I'm going to throw it in there, the latest rounds of the stimulus checks from our government. People are looking at this money as if it's extra money that they can do with whatever they want. Does anyone out there know what a stimulus check is? And I'll wait. Check the comment sections, Miss Michelle. I'm curious to see what anybody says a stimulus check is.
All right, Ms. Diane, what I'm seeing so far is just money for me to spend and free money.
Free money.
How do you feel about those answers?
Okay. It's not necessarily free money, and yes, it is money for you to spend. But let me give you the definition of a stimulus checks. Per Investopedia, sort of like Wikipedia, but for investors. Per Investopedia, stimulus checks are checks sent by the U.S. government to taxpayers to boost their spending power and to spur or stir up the economic activity. And I'll read that again. Stimulus checks are checks sent by the U.S. government to taxpayers to boost their spending power and to spur economic activity, meaning a stimulus check is monies issued to stimulate the economy. The hope is that you spend it and you spend all of it. That's what a stimulus check is. The government and retailers, are counting on you to go shopping with this stimulus check, and you can go shopping. My suggestion is, as mentioned previously, is that you take care of your needs first. Pay any and all outstanding bills, and then pay yourself, meaning put some of that money away into a savings account. Then you can go shopping. But I would say, once you do start going shopping with the remaining monies, be responsible and look for the best deals. Okay. All right. So now we have another brief video to show you. The video is going to be discussing budgeting. And once we show that video, we will return to discuss budgeting.
More items on your to-do list than hours in the day? If you're in college, you know exactly what we're talking about. But there's one thing you should never be too busy to do, and that is taking time to make a budget. A budget is a financial plan that will help you make smart spending choices today while preparing for tomorrow. Budgeting will help you achieve your goals and prepare you for unexpected bumps in the road. So what goes into making a budget? First, you'll need to track your income and expenses for a particular period of time, such as a month. You can use pen and paper, a spreadsheet, or a budgeting app. After that, making your budget comes down to a simple equation: what you earn minus what you spend. To determine your income, include items such as wages earned at work, allowances from family, and student financial aid such as grants or scholarships. To determine your expenses, include items such as tuition, books, rent, credit card payments, and car payments. Then simply subtract your expenses from your income. Are your earnings greater than your spending? If so, you could choose to invest, buy a new cell phone, or simply save for a rainy day. But what if you spent more than you earned? If that's the case, it's time to cut back on your expenses and balance your budget. You may also need to find a way to increase your income. Remember, everyone's budget is unique and it will fluctuate from month to month, so use a budget and be mindful of your daily expenses. That way you can make sure you're spending your money on things that really matter to you. When you budget, you decide where your money goes instead of wondering where it all went. And there you have it, the basics of a budget. Now it's time to create your own. Go to studentaid.gov/budget to get started.
Welcome back. I hope you all enjoyed that video clip about budgeting. We'll go into budgeting a little deeper, but first I want to check in with Miss Michelle to see if we have any comments or questions. Miss Michelle?
Hey, Diane, we do have a Dia letting us know that she found out about us through Facebook. We have Sheila that lives in Indiana, let us know she found out about us through Instagram. And we do have a question from Olivia. She wants to know, are my clothes considered a need or a want?
Clothing. Clothing, if it's a uniform, it's a need. If it pertains to your job, it's a need. Most of the time, clothing is a want. Especially if you already have some clothes and you just want to buy the newest trend, the newest outfit, or the newest dress, the newest pair of pants, the newest shoes or whatever, that's a want. And that is not priority. So.
Well, thank you, Ms. Diane.
Thank you, Michelle. So we're going to go into part 2, which is budgeting your expenses. A brief summary of what are expenses and how to prioritize them. So let's get started. So creating a budget is kind of like creating a money list or a financial journal of sorts, sort of like the template that we're going to put on the screen right now. Okay, so I'm not sure if you all can see this, but a money list allows people to get a physical picture of their money and the ins and outs of their spending habits. At the top of the list, you want to write down your monthly income or any monies that you have coming in, such as a paycheck allowance or any monies from the government, including that stimulus check that you're receiving. Side note, your tax return and the stimulus check should also be included as income on your money list. Number 2, we go through the list and you write down how much you spent your money on, and those are the expenses. And the expenses can include your bills such as food, entertainment, clothing, books, school supplies, gas for your cars, stuff like that. My third point is finally, you will add up all of those expenses and subtract them from your resources, which is your paycheck or your allowance, and this will give you an idea or a picture of how much monies you have left over to spend on other stuff, and better yet, if you have an overage, how much you have left to actually save. And now we can remove the spreadsheet. And I would say this also, if you want to get started on creating a budget, and it's not in my notes, I'm just throwing it out there. If you want to get started on creating a budget and you want a copy of the template that was just up, email us at admin@713ceg.org, and we will send you a PDF of the budget template, the 713 CEG budget template. One more time, we're going to check in with Miss Michelle. Any questions or comments regarding the budget or the spreadsheet?
Yes, Diane, we got a really good question from Stephanie. She wants to know, how often should I do my budget?
A budget should be done, and we're going to cover that. A budget should be done either on a weekly basis, if you have time to do it weekly, but most definitely on a monthly basis. Basically, you want to write down everything that you spent your money on, and people are really surprised when they actually see it in writing what they spent their money on. When you actually take the time to log down what you purchased, it can be jaw-dropping sometimes. Usually we just swipe, and we don't think anything of it. But when you itemize things on a spreadsheet or even just a plain piece of paper, and you say, I spent what on what? So yeah, I would say monthly, but weekly if you can. And it'll just give you a clear picture of what you've done. So that being said, any other questions?
No, that was it. I just want to make sure that everybody knows they should follow us at 713 CEG. Everything's listed at the bottom of our screen, our Facebook, our Instagram, our YouTube. We want to make sure, including our Twitter, that you follow us and keep in touch with us because we do have events coming up really soon. So that's all I wanted to say at this point.
Yes. Continue to follow us at everything Prom Girls Rock. Again, getting back to the budgeting, you start with your current income and your expenses. Now, income, and some people don't understand or may not understand, is income is your paycheck, any monies that's coming in. If somebody gives you money, that's money. That's income. If you get the free money from the government, that's income. If you get money for disability or whatever, unemployment, that's income. Expenses, on the other hand, are items that you need to pay, or items that you wanted and you purchased, but you want to put your needs first. So your needs are your weekly or monthly expenses such as rent, electricity, the cell phone bill. I put in there the cable bill, but that could be a want unless you need the internet for your job. You also will write down any expenses that are additional purchases like your wants, but not necessarily needs. And those items can be like when you went out to purchase a pizza, you stopped at McDonald's, you wanted a new purse, you bought yourself some new shoes. All of those are expenses, not necessarily needs, but they are wants, but yet they are expenses because you paid money out of your budget to purchase these items. So once you've compiled a list and understand what each expense cost you, that's what you want to focus on, what you spent money on. Then you'll be able to plan for your future spending. You'll get a good look at that. And if you go into the negative, you'll say, okay, I didn't need those shoes this time. I didn't need that purse this time. Maybe I'll save up a couple of months and then I can just go ahead and purchase it, okay? You can start this process by writing down everything in a notebook or using a spreadsheet such as Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets. My preference is the Excel spreadsheet. And such as the example that was previously displayed. I love tracking my spending on the Excel spreadsheet. I personally do it weekly, and I call it my financial journal. Kind of like writing in your diary, except you're writing down everything you spend your money on. If you do it on a weekly basis, you have a clear picture of how much you have in your account. So just in case you do want to buy that little something, you have a clear picture on your spreadsheet. You say, okay, I have an abundance in my bank account, so I can go ahead and spend that. But if you only have a few dollars left in your bank account and you really want to purchase something, you say, okay, I can't purchase that item right now. So, it helps. And like I said, it gives you a clear picture of your spending habits, and you will be surprised on the items that you spend your money on. So this is what I wanted to say. When doing this, there's no judgment on anybody on your spending habits or anything like this. It's writing down your expenses and your income is just an exercise on what you're spending your money on. Nobody's judging you on how you spend your money. If anything, you can get to see for yourself how to spend your money. Okay.
Ms. Diane, I'm sorry, right quick. We do have a couple people, since you're talking about this budget sheet, wanting to know how could they get a hold of your budget sheet? They can get a hold of your sheet.
Yeah. So like I said, if you want a copy of our budget template, email us at admin@713ceg.org, and in the subject line, enter template or sample. And once we see that, we'll go ahead and drop you the template so that you can go ahead and get started on creating your own budget. Okay. So what we're going to do now is, I hope you enjoyed that presentation. Now is the time to check your notes, you guys. So I'm going to be asking a few questions, and the very first correct answer wins a prize. We have one prize per person, and we're looking for 3 winners, okay? And if you win the prize, we'll need you to email us at admin@713ceg your name and your address. Okay. So my very first question is, what is a budget? And my second question is, what is an expense? And if you guys were listening, my third question is, what is a stimulus check? Okay, so I'm going to check in with Miss Michelle and see if we have any correct answers.
Diane, we need a couple more seconds. Answers are trying to spool in slowly, so I don't have any answers yet for those three questions again. What is an expense? What is a budget? And what is a stimulus check? We're waiting on those three answers.
Okay, cool. Very good, very good. In the meantime, while we're waiting for answers, I will say this. Continue to check our website, 713ceg.org, for any upcoming upcoming events. And our next upcoming event is actually going to be on May 1st, and it's going to be our Prom Girls Rock prom dress giveaway event. Okay. You guys rock. You guys rock. I hope you guys enjoyed this financial information, and let me know how. Leave us a comment on social media or our YouTube channel how much you enjoyed this, and go ahead and share that information too on your social media as well. And we will be doing more detailed informational workshops here at 713 CEG. Do we have any?
All right. We do have a couple answers coming in. They're coming in now. So the first answer that we have, correct answer we have, is from Cleo. She said a budget is a way to track your spending.
Okay. Yes.
Good answer, Cleo.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
The next answer we have is the one for expense. We have someone, it's OOOGGG, and she says expense is money you spend.
Money you spend, yes.
Mm-hmm. And the last question was stimulus, and we got a response from Didi. And Didi said stimulus is money that goes back to the economy.
That is so correct.
Mm-hmm.
It's money that it helps to stimulate the economy. So it goes to you, hoping that you go ahead and spend it and send it right back to the economy. So very good. Congratulations on our three winners. Yay! You did awesome.
Right, so, make sure you send us your email. Email us at 713CEG, admin at 713CEG is on the bottom of the screen right now. Sorry, guys. Also, when you email us, make sure you're emailing us your name and your mailing address for the three winners so you can get your nice prize coming your way soon.
Very good. Very good. So in closing, what we're going to do is the summary. So in summary, the purpose of the workshop was to help you get started on your journey to begin managing your money so that you can make smart decisions and to start your path on wealth management, basically. So we would like to thank everyone for joining us with our presentation of Budgeting Made Easy. Also, we would like to ask that you please consider helping us with a contribution to 713 CEG, because this helps us to continue our workshops and to help us with the upcoming Prom Girls Rock prom dress event that's coming up. If you would like to help, just go to our website, www.713ceg.org, and I'll repeat that, www.713ceg.org. Click on our Donate tab, and you will be connected to our secure PayPal button. Because we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, all of our donations are tax deductible. And we would like to thank you for your continued support. Continue to check our website for all future events. Like I said, our next event coming up is our Prom Girls Rock prom dress giveaway event. Go ahead and tell everyone you know that 713 Community Empowerment Group is giving away free prom dresses. Yes. And that event is going to be on May 1st. Check our website for more details on that. And again, thank you for joining us. And we would like to thank you for coming and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for coming. Enjoy your day. God bless you. Goodbye.